Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing? This is Blitzball Champ coming at you with a brand new video here on YouTube. Uh, I want to talk about Animazement 2018. This is going to be my recap video of the event. Those that subscribe to me, I'm sure you've probably seen or checked out my highlight video, which was just recently uploaded. So I wanted to take some time to really go into detail just my Animazement 2018 experience. So first off, I want to say that this was my 11th Animazement in a row. The first Animazement I ever went to was in 2008, which was the very last year that they had it at the downtown Durham Sheraton Hotel before they moved it to the Raleigh Convention Center starting in 2009. So first off, overall, this was a pretty good Animazement. Compared to last year, I can't say that it was like super better than last year. It was about even, but there were some positive points and a few negative points. So let's go into the positives. So first off, the director of my all-time favorite anime, Shinichiro Watanabe, was a special guest for the second time at Animazement. This was his second Animazement. He ended up doing 3 autograph sessions and 2 Q&A sessions, which I thought was pretty cool. One of the really, really great things that I like about this is more opportunities to get an autograph, in case, if you miss a day or something like that. Of course, you keep coming back, you can get more items autographed by him, which was pretty much what I did. So I went to all 3 autographs sessions, and I actually ended up getting 4 things autographed because my good friend Omar actually assisted with that, because he didn't have anything at one point to get autographed, so I made it a little bit easier by giving him one of my items to get autographed while I get a different one autographed at the same time. So that worked out really well. So let me show you what I got autographed. I got my complete series box set of Samurai Champloo on Blu-ray. Got that autographed. I also got Cowboy Bebop movie autographed, which I thought I had gotten that autographed back in 2015 when he was last here, but it was the series Blu-ray and just that. I thought I had gotten this autographed as well, but I didn't. But took care of that this year. And let's see, got my Kids on the Slope Blu-ray autographed, which I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if y'all loved the soundtrack and the jazz music of Cowboy Bebop, you should really, really give this anime a try. This is a heavy jazz, pretty much drama sort of anime. I think y'all would love it. Definitely give this a look. And I got my anime program guide autographed. Got his picture section autographed. So there it is, Shinichiro Watanabe, signed and dated. So that was everything that I got autographed by Shinichiro Watanabe. And I also went to both of his Q&A panels as well. There was one on Friday and one on Saturday. So the question that I asked at the first panel was, this was in regards to Cowboy Bebop. So one of my favorite episodes from Cowboy Bebop was episode number 7, Heavy Metal Queen. While the soundtrack of Cowboy Bebop is mostly jazz. That was an episode that really, really showcased heavy metal music. So my question for Watanabe-san was, what kind of inspired him to go in that direction for an episode and actually, grab some heavy metal music for the series. So this is pretty interesting. So he was on his way to the studio, and apparently, in a vehicle near him, there was this lady. I believe it was in a pickup truck. I think he said it was like a pickup truck or something like that, and she was blasting heavy metal music. So that was how he got the idea and inspiration to feature an episode with heavy metal music. Now, of course, Watanabe-san, is a music director as well, and he likes different types of music, all different types of like genres, and which kind of makes sense considering, in one anime he uses jazz, and another anime he uses hip hop, so I thought that was pretty neat. It was funny too because that actually was one of his favorite episodes as well. So, but yeah, that was a pretty funny story. Random woman blasting heavy metal music, and that's how he got the idea. So that was really cool. And then in the second panel, I asked him pretty much the question of how did he meet and get to collaborate with Mai Yamane, because most of the songs from Cowboy Bebop that have vocals, Mai Yamane provided the vocals. So apparently Watanabe-san was saying that Mai Yamane was actually really, really good friends with Yoko Kanno, and it was Yoko Kanno that offered Mai Yamane the contract to work on the soundtrack for Cowboy Bebop, to provide vocals, which, some of the songs she did was, Pushing the Sky, Want It All Back, The Real Folk Blues, Don't Bother None. So she did a lot of vocals. So I thought that was really, really cool. Another interesting fact that she said, or that Watanabe-san said about Mai Yamane. So the song Blue, she is not a big fan of rehearsals. She does not like rehearsals. So she just flat out just recorded the song right then and there. And I don't remember if he said that she did it in one take or like 6 takes, but like pretty much the fact of the matter is she didn't rehearse. She didn't do any sort of rehearsal. She just went in and just recorded the song right then and there. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But if I remember correctly, I think he said that she did it in one take. Either in one take or just in a short amount of time. So, yeah, but I thought that was pretty neat. And what was kind of funny was there's this one teenager that asked the dumb question of, so when are you going to, make more action anime, instead of like slice of life anime, when are you going to do some action anime? And me and like a couple of others were just thinking, did you not watch Cowboy Bebop? Did you not watch Samurai Champloo? Like, really? And even Watanabe-san was like, oh, so Samurai Champloo wasn't action enough for you? Like, I don't know, it just was really, really dumb. It was really dumb. But and then the funniest was when somebody asked the question of how he what was it like working with Yoko Kanno, which, a lot of anime fans know that Yoko Kanno is a very, very, very popular, legendary composer. And while Watanabe-san said that it would take forever to go into detail, he described in one sentence of Yoko Kanno: she is crazy. His exact words, and it was just funny. Everybody busted out laughing. But that was really really cool. Just I'm glad that he came back, and it was so good to meet him, shake his hand, get his autograph. It was just really cool. Um, let's see. I checked out the Nine concert, which was which was the musical guest's first time at Animazement. Um, I went to some of the concert. Um, it was all right. I mean, they're like a J-pop electro all girl band. I mean, I haven't listened to a lot of J-pop, but I can't say that it was really anything special or unique. While they did have some pretty cool dance choreography. I mean, I thought that was pretty cool, but I mean, I don't think they were anything special. I mean, would I say that I'm a fan of them? No. But I figured, I gave Oreska Band a chance. So, I figured I'd give them a chance as well. The only thing I didn't like was, like, they spent like 20-25 minutes talking, and I guess they were, like, introducing themselves and just, I was just like, that's what they have the Q&A panel for, which they had one on, I think it was Sunday. But it's like, less talking, more performance. But apparently it was said that since Animazement first debuted, this has been the only musical guest to have actually received an encore. So, that's pretty neat. Um, they had on some really cool outfits when they performed one last time at the closing ceremonies. Thought that was pretty cool. Very colorful outfits. But yeah, that was pretty neat. And let's see. It was good catching up with friends as usual. Even met some new folks. Um, oh my goodness, there's a really really funny moment where so for the rave, this was Saturday night. Oh my goodness, it was so funny. There was this one of the volunteers, like, this big heavyset guy. He was like 6'2" or six. He had to at least been 6 feet tall, and like maybe 350 something pounds, maybe something like that. And I kid you not, he was trying to get everybody hyped up for the rave, and this dude busted out and was like, "All right, are you excited for the rave?" And just everything was jiggling. I busted out laughing so loud. Like, I felt bad, but it was so funny. Like, you had to have been there. You had to have been there. I was rolling. I mean, everything was jiggling, and I was just, oh my goodness, it was so funny. It was so hilarious. Um, played around a little bit in the game room. Didn't really stay there a whole lot, but you know, played some games, played some Third Strike, played some Street Fighter 4. So I mean, it was cool. Um, let's see. Pretty much. I mean, that's the main gist of it. I didn't take as many pictures, of course, compared to the previous years. I feel like each year, just number of pictures I take just goes lower and lower, and I don't mean for it to be that way. It's just, I don't know. That's just how it is. I gotta pick it back up for next year. Um, oh yeah, and I did karaoke, something I hadn't done in a long while. I wore my Persona 5 shirt, and I did the karaoke song for Last Surprise from the Persona 5 soundtrack. So that was pretty cool, and I actually, I got a chance to do the song rather quick, like after I inputted my request, because there wasn't really hardly anybody in the karaoke room this year. I was shocked. I was really shocked, and I did the karaoke Saturday morning. Yeah, Saturday morning. But yeah, I was pretty shocked. But anyway, So going into the oh, and I didn't go to the pre-animazement. I had a meeting at my home church that day, so I didn't go to the pre-animazement. Uh, but Friday, I think it took me maybe like 20-25 minutes before I finally got my badge, and I was kind of surprised. It was rather quick. But it's one of those things where, Animazement and MomoCon are on the same weekends, so apparently MomoCon's really been kind of reeling in the numbers lately, and, that's just how it is. Um, so going into the a few of the negatives of the con, there weren't really a lot of negatives to be honest with you. I think the one thing that just really annoyed me the most was during that first autograph session for Watanabe-san, like the first handful of people were like getting their pictures taken with him. And then it got to the point where like I was almost at the front and they had to stop allowing that because it was holding up the rest of the line, because there were a lot of people for that first autograph session, and I was just so upset because it's like, dang, they started that and now they won't finish it. So it was just such a bummer, because I remember when Oreska Band was here in 2016, like they were doing autographs and taking pictures with the group. Yeah. And the organizer was fine with it. And I guess that's probably because they didn't have anything else left to do for the day. That could be it. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking that they should make it so that you can get one or the other, like an autograph or a selfie photo op. Or maybe do it like they did with Raleigh Supercon, like you pay for one, the other, or you can pay a little more and do both. But at least I got to take a picture of him actually doing the autograph. So I mean, I guess that's cool. It's kind of a bummer, but yeah, other people got away with getting a selfie with him, or not just a selfie. Some of them had the organizer take the photo. Some of them did selfies. It's like, ugh, wow. Oh well. But that's pretty much the main negative. And also they had the Churba Churba food truck inside the dealer's room, which going through that line and ordering your food and waiting for your food to get called, that took forever. That took so long. So that, I guess that's another negative. But and the rave, I normally typically am not that big and excited for the rave, but the rave actually turned out pretty well. They were doing dubstep remixes of like Tank from Cowboy Bebop and the Ninja Turtles theme from back in the day. I was like, what? So I was actually pretty surprised. I was enjoying that. But yeah, for the most part, overall, this was a good year. Unfortunately, not all of my crew could be there, but still some of them were there. And oh yeah, so dealer's room. Let's get into some goodies that I actually purchased. So first off, if you haven't seen this movie, you should. Whether you're an anime fan or not, this is a great, great movie, and I saw it twice in the theater. Your Name. I highly encourage anybody and everybody to check this movie out. This had a good story. Kind of confusing at first. You may have to see it a couple of times to really get the gist of it, but the animation was phenomenal. The story, the characters, like, this is such a beautifully animated movie. Like, if anything, the animation was really caught my attention with this movie, along with the story. But great, great movie. Great movie. Saw it twice in the theater. And I also picked up some pop figures as well, specifically Overwatch. When I started collecting pop figures, I first started with, of course, Cowboy Bebop, which was my all-time favorite anime. And I picked up, I believe it was last year, Jet, Faye, Spike, and Ed, which those are the only 4 that they have for that series, which they are on my desk at my job. But let me introduce the pop Overwatch figures that I did pick up. So, got Lucio. I got Junkrat. Hi, Junkrat. Sorry for the glare. Gotta angle it a little bit. I picked up May. I picked up one of the vendors only had the last one of these, and I got the last one. Mercy. McCree. My favorite Overwatch character, Zenyatta. And one last big one. Reinhardt. So yeah. Oh, and there was one little something that I got to keep as a little keepsake when I was taking a group photo for some Persona 5 cosplay. One of these babies. Yeah. Persona 5 Phantom Thieves calling card. Yeah, that was... They had a whole bunch of copies of these, the group that did the photo shoot. They actually... they had a couple of different photo shoots. They had a Star Wars photo shoot. They had a My Hero Academia photo shoot. And they had a Persona 5 photo shoot. So I thought that was really cool. And then one of the folks had a whole bunch of these calling cards. So I got to keep one. I figured, I had to keep one. So yeah, this was literally like my 2017 game of the year. Like, if y'all love RPGs, if y'all love Persona, get Persona 5. Like, I think it's cheaper now anyway, because it's been a year since it's been out. But definitely get Persona 5. Great game. Phenomenal game. But yeah, that pretty much... Oh! I almost forgot to mention one of the first panels that I went to at Animazement 2018. There was a panel that I went to called Teens, Tapes, Toonami, and Anime of the 90s. Pretty much the 90s panel, which pretty much showcased a couple of things, like, back in the day of how people used to watch anime, like through VHS tapes, and how difficult it was to get imported VHS tapes. Also through the early days of the internet with like dial-up, and how web pages were made with anime like links and stuff like that, like geocities.com and angelfire.com, stuff like that. All the way up to the debut of Toonami, which, Toonami pretty much was my high school years. Like, Toonami was really how I got into anime. Because I know I first, really started watching, like, you know, Dragon Ball Z before it was on Toonami, and, I would see clips of Sailor Moon, and that was back when I didn't really know it was what anime was. But yeah, deep down, what really, really got me into anime and consistent was Toonami. So I have Toonami to thank for that. That was a big, big part of my fun back in high school, especially after school. It was all about Toonami. I mean, of course, yes, I made sure to do my homework and stuff like that, but Toonami was where it was for me. That was my fun. And they showed clips from, like, Outlaw Star, Big O, Dragon Ball Z, Gundam Wing. Like, those are some good shows. And I miss Toonami. I mean, I know Toonami's still kind of around, but yeah, that's really what got me into anime. And I'm so thankful for that. And the organizer did an excellent job running that panel. That was an excellent panel. So, yeah. I'm just trying to make sure I didn't miss anything else or forget anything else. But, yeah, for the most part, there were a lot of great cosplays. Persona 5, Overwatch, Final Fantasy, My Hero Academia. I think My Hero Academia probably had the most cosplayers this year. Like, everywhere I turned, there was somebody cosplaying as somebody from My Hero Academia. I need to start on that anime. I haven't even started on that anime. So, yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this. Animazement 2018 was a success, was a lot of fun, and this was my 11th one. So, let me show you how the lanyard looked. So this was the lanyard for the year. Of course, Raleigh SuperCon, which is the next con coming up, the last weekend of July, which I might go to that. If I do go to that, it'll probably either be for 1 or 2 days, but probably one day. But yeah. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Share with me your experience with Animazement 2018, all that went. What did you like? What didn't you like? What do you think they could improve on? Yeah, by all means, share your thoughts with me. Would love to hear them. Anyway, thank y'all for watching, and thank y'all for all the love and support. This is Blitzball Champ signing off. See you next time. God bless.